Hey Silver Tubers, Mr. Zeke at the Silver Pouring Bench. I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is my tabletop furnace. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This video tonight is going to be kind of a dual purpose. I'm going to do a pour, but I also wanted to show the tabletop furnace because it is time for me and the furnace to part company. I have another one on the way. I got itchy trigger fingers and ordered a second one and realized I didn't need it, so I'm gonna let this one go. This one takes several different size crucibles. This is a 1 kilogram crucible I just buy off of eBay. They're from China. You can get the tabletop furnace from their 30 ounce crucible. You can order it directly from them. I like Tabletop because they're here in America. I can call them during the week and get product support. I just replaced the hard foam in the top. After a while, after thousands and thousands of pours, it wore out. I wanted to show how this thing works. So first, before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and throw some silver in the crucible that I had mispoured earlier. Just a few ounces. The only thing about this size crucible is if you're pouring with shot, you're fine. If you're pouring with 1 ounce bars, you're fine. If you're pouring with 1 ounce rounds, you got to cut them in half because they won't fit into the crucible, or bend them in half, either way. They won't fit into the width of the crucible like that. They may with the 30 ounce crucible from Tabletop. I don't know, I've never bought their crucibles. So the operation's fairly simple. You charge it after you clean out the crucible, you blow out the crucible, you flip the power switch on. You see the little LED light here showing. You hear the fan. That's as loud as it gets. Those of you who are pourers and who have poured with gas know how loud that can be. This is as loud as this furnace gets. And so down here at the bottom there's a little readout. I'm going to set it, I'm going to go ahead and dial it up to 2050 degrees, which is the temperature that I melt my silver at. And then I'm going to pause the video because it takes about 10 minutes to get up to temperature. Now once it's up to temperature, you can keep adding silver to it, and it doesn't take any time at all to melt it. Matter of a minute or so, and it'll melt a 1 ounce bar. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Actually, so we see there it's 6 minutes after 8. All right, silver tubers, I forgot what I was doing, but 5, 10, 15, about 14 minutes later, and if we check the progress of the crucible real quick, like, you will see it is ready to pour. So I'm gonna real quick, like, hit the mold with the torch just to warm it up. Appreciate you guys being patient with me. You guys are awesome. The only time I really ever use torches. Be good. Set the torch down. I'm going to adjust the camera over so you can see the pour a little bit better. I'm going to open the furnace, lift the crucible out with a pair of tongs, pour into the mold. Got a little splash. And close the furnace. Now, I'm actually going to add 1 ounce, rather 2 ounce. I have 2 ounces left of these bars. Set them right in there. I got a little splash on this pour, but this was just for representation. And presto, get it to focus here. We'll check it out over at the pouring bench. It's got a little over pour on the edges. Got a little splash. I poured it kind of quick. Trying to keep the video short, so I will see you guys over at the silver pouring bench. Hang tight. Alright, silver tubers, I'm back. Mr. Zeke at the silver pouring bench. I wanted to go over my pickups. Finished pouring the rest of the silver out of that crucible, and now we're back at the bench. I picked this up at the coin shop today. It's kind of chintzy, but you know, I thought it would look good hanging above the pouring bench. The treasure of 19th and 20th century coinage. There is some silver there, and there's some clad there, but you know, all in all, I think it's really a really neat piece. I'm going to zoom in so we can see what all we've got. We've got, you know, the Franklin, the 40%, the standing, or the walking $50. Lots of clad, the silver quarters, silver dimes, the 4 basic different nickels, the Ike dollars, and then the different pennies. And so, all in all, I just wanted to have it for the pouring bench, to hang up there to remind me every time I come up to the pouring bench of what I'm doing all this for and what it, you know, where it all started. Now, for the rest of the pickups, today I picked up a tube of 90% quarters. I finished off, so now I have 2 tubes of quarters. I love my junk. And I picked up 3 20-ounce pandas. I've always wanted a panda, and he had a little bowl of them, so I kind of dug through them and found the 3 that I thought looked, you know, the cleanest. And so I think this one's on. They're all in okay shape. They're all circulated, so but on my quest to finish up that 3 ounces of gold. The results of the pour from earlier, these are the, I just wanted to show the 3 different sizes that I poured. The little larger bar, the little smaller but thicker bar, I'm sorry, square. I love the squares. And then the taller square. And so somebody asked me earlier in a PM what I had on the bench for sale right now. And so right now I have a Tree of Life round with some pretty nifty pour lines on the back at 3.2 ounces Troy. And I have 1 Jolly Roger left. And this one is 2.2 ounces Troy with some radial lines around the edges. And then I have these 2 Sterling Lions left. And then this one is the big over poured, partially rimmed, chunky Sterling Lion. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. And if anyone is interested in that furnace, let me know. You can send me an email or you can send me a PM. I prefer the email because I can get the email on my phone. I can't get the PMs on my phone, so, but it's up to you guys. I appreciate it. I just don't have any need for 2 furnaces. So in the meantime, everybody keep stacking, keep putting out those videos. They're so much fun to watch. I appreciate it. And if anybody hears anything from our friend who is not posting or responding, please let the community know, because I know we're all thinking about him. So I appreciate it. think about Golden Arms too. He that pimp's got teeth, and them teeth need work, and apparently it's very, very, very expensive up there where he's at. So in the meantime, cheers, Mr. Zeke. It's a silver pouring bench. Thanks, y'all.